Yeah, so these phishing attacks are prevalent form of cyber deception where attacker masquerade as trustworthy entities to extract the sensitive data from victims. These attacks typically utilize email, message, websites, like a legitimate one, to mimic the legitimate correspondence. The attacker's goal is to lure the recipient into providing personal information, normally like password, credit card number, social number, and everything else that important. Phishing often exploit human psychology, relying on urgency or fear to prompt action from the target. So maybe some of you ever received some emails or texts, maybe from Opal or maybe from Link. Hey, we are from Link website. We are from Link. You have some credit that need to be paid in order to make your link become active again. The total debt of yours is like $50 and everything else. So you are fear and you don't want to be banned or get some fine because of not paying your link. Link is something that we use for paying the toll, right? So and normally in this link or sorry, in this text or in this email, they providing the links that you need to click and bring you to some legitimate website. Oh, it looks like link.go.com or something like that. Oh, so it's a real one. You need to click it. The interface is pretty legit, like a link website. So you fill your credit card number or debit card number and put everything else there. But unfortunately, it's a fake one. They got your number of credit card and they can use it. Maybe they're asking for CVC as well. Or VCC maybe, yeah. Yeah, some kind of 3-digit that net as a passcode for your debit or credit card, right? Yeah, something like that. In Australia, it's pretty common because, yeah, since I come here like last year, I received so many kind of types of text and email with the same scheme type like this kind of phishing. Okay, now let's move to the next one. This anatomy of phishing attack normally begins with debate. Yeah, debate is like what I said before, the narration and everything else, which is fraudulent message crafted to appear genuine, and then followed by a hook, which is an action that the victim is urged to take, such as clicking on a link or downloading an attachment. Yeah, it's a new one. They give some attachment, maybe like, hey, you are winning some prizes because of your participant in previous something. Please click this attachment to download and fill the form again. Something like that. Once the victim takes the bait, they are led to a spoof website or compromised system where their information is being harvested. Phishing can be highly targeted, known as spear phishing, where specific individuals or organizations are the focus. I know maybe some of you say that, oh, it's very fishy. If we are a moderate person, we will not get in this kind of phishing attack. But trust me, in this modern age where everyone can use smartphone, this phishing attack is still so famous. And so, to combat phishing, organizations normally implement a combination of technical control such as spam filter, domain authentication, and the education for the user to recognize and report the suspicious messages. Regular training and simulated phishing exercises can enhance our awareness, like my video like this. It's crucial to verify the authenticity of requests for sensitive information, and the use multi-factor authentication is needed in order to add an extra layer of security. Yeah, phishing attack is really real one. We need to be careful. Now move again to next slide. It's about malware attack. Previously, I have mentioned on the previous videos about ransomware, one of a kind in a malware attack. But we will discuss a little bit deeper. So this malware is called malicious ware. It stands for that. So it should be very obvious, right? Okay, these malware attacks involving the use of malicious software to, yeah, till now I never see the malicious hardware, but malicious software is the only that I've seen. So this use of malicious software is needed to gain the unauthorized access to a system or network. This can include viruses, worms, and trojans. What kind of jargon there is? Let me deep dive later. So malware can be spread through the email attachment, infected websites. Oh, it's like infected person, or through physical access to a system. What does it mean, physical access to a system? Yeah, maybe we know about USB, flash drive. Maybe it's not a common for now, but we're still using them. So this various form of harmful software are designed to infiltrate, damage, or disabling the computers and the computer system. Common type including like viruses, will self-replicate by modifying other computer program that is normally called viruses. And then Trojans, which disguise themselves as legitimate software. I hope everyone of you ever watched the movie of Troya. Almost seem like that. Yeah, because this term is coming from that historical event. So it's disguised themselves as legitimate software. And then the worms. Yeah, worms, which spread across the network independently without the need for a host file. Yeah, scary. And the delivery of the malware can be through multiple factor. Yeah, email is one of them. And then, like I said before, about visiting, even visiting a legitimate site. And then physical access like USB drive. And if you maybe recognize, we are connecting our smartphone with Type-C cable to a notebook or to a computer in our office or wherever we are. It can be recognized as a USB drive. So, in short, for the tips for defending this type of attack, it really requires a multi-layer approach. But of course, the very big message is we need to be aware first. And then the use of antivirus and anti-malware software are essential for detecting and removing malicious programs. I will talk about this in the next videos. I will create a videos dedicated for what kind of tools that normally used by personnel and the enterprise level in order to combat this cyber attack, to help but not 100% defeat them. Regular software updates and patches close the vulnerabilities that malware might exploit. I ever said to you that Windows, Android, iOS keep updating their system. Yeah, this is one of the reason. Of course, the user education of cyber awareness is also critical as many malware infections rely on user actions. So, almost all of these almost cyber attacks nowadays needs the action of the user, us as a user. in order to get spread, in order to get active. If no action from us at all, maybe they can just coming, go inside, but do nothing. Unless the system or our device is really vulnerable enough. Like maybe we are using Windows 7 or Windows XP. Any one of you still using that? Oh, that's really dangerous one if you connect it to the internet. And for the enterprise level, they need to enforce the principle of least privilege, ensuring that only legitimate users have the necessary access according for their role. This is will stop or at least make the prevention of the spreading of the virus or malware itself. Okay, let's move to the next point. It's about distributed denial of service attack. In short, is DDoS attacks. What is it? Okay, DDoS attacks involve overwhelming a system or network with big traffics to the point where the system will becomes unavailable. This is often accomplished through the use of botnet. What is it called? Yeah, it's BOT, nets. Net is network. So networks of bot, which are network that compromise device and control by attacker. Yeah, maybe I need to remove the word of single because sometimes the attacker is not a single entity. They come in group or even state sponsor, something like that, that I have mentioned before. Yeah, so this attack is aimed to make the online services or not online, even the offline services, offline mean that not connecting to internet, become unavailable by overwhelming them with traffic from multiple sources. Yeah, but the offline service that I mean is, of course, is a different story. So let's focus on the online service first. The things like maybe, for example, is flight ticket booking website and everything else that we can purchase from online, like ticket concert of Taylor Swift. That if you click already 100 million user on the queue, and if someone get really hateful of those conditions, maybe they will deliver or order a DDoS attack in order to make the website crash. So nobody get the ticket. Yeah, that is pretty pretty silly example, but that's happened. Not in the Taylor Swift, I believe. Maybe another concept. So this attack targets various resources, including website, servers, and network infrastructure. So not only the website, but yeah, it can be the network infrastructure. Things like firewall. If a firewall cannot handle the whole traffic that coming to, the firewall become CPU usage become 100% and so on for a long period of time, and they will crash, die. And if there is no backup or there is no high availability solution, the firewall become dead and the whole system of the network become unavailable, including the website itself and everything else inside. By flooding this target with the more requests that it can handle, legitimate users cannot access the service. Let's talk a little bit about botnet. This is a kind of network of computer, but sometimes, yeah, you even smartphone as well. So we can call this all not computer only, but devices is becoming infected. It will be called bots. This is often used to amplify the DDoS attacks. Sometimes we don't know that our device get or becoming a botnet. If some of you knows a website that we can stream movie or everything streaming illegally for free, there is a hidden charge fee there. Yeah, it's hard to trace, but I ever see this kind of incident. So if you use that kind of website to see some of England Premier League football by free, and your CPU usage become really high, and if you take the measure of upload speed of your computer become really high, yeah, there is a chance that your computer or devices are infected and being used as a botnet. So these bots will allow the attacker to control them remotely, not all of the part of the device, but just in the term of the network layer and above. So it's just like small part of the devices in order to amplify the scale of DDoS attack. So that's why the scale of DDoS attack can be massive, utilizing thousands or even millions of bots. And how about mitigating this kind of attack? Yeah, it needs the combination of proactive and reactive measures, like usual. Proactive strategies include robust network architecture with redundancy or high availability to distribute the load. Reactive measures involve identifying and filtering out malicious traffic, often with the assistance of specialized DDoS mitigation services. Yeah, in the enterprise level, back when I was a consultant of network infrastructure, we are selling or we are proposing the anti-DDoS devices in order to help the enterprise to secure their services. Anti-DDoS devices. Wow. Is it like anti-missiles? Yeah, something like that in order of analogy. And then continuous monitoring for unusual traffic pattern is also vital for early detection of an attack. Yeah, that's why we need an operator in the IT. Even it can be orchestrated or we can use the AI and machine learning in order to create some pattern in order to make a wake up call for the operator to make the job easier. But still, the manual monitoring still needed nowadays. Yeah, back again to the ransomware attack. Yeah, previous video already showed about this, so I will tell it short. This is the use of malicious software in order to encrypt the victim file and demand payment in the exchange for the decryption key. Maybe some of you will say, if we really pay the encryption file, will they give the decryption key and release all of the file of us? That is the secret. I don't believe that because if I become a hacker of this kind of attacker, how much money that can make me satisfied? Think about it. So better never compromise with this kind of attack. Yeah, so ransomware is normally begin with the infiltration of ransomware into the system, which can occur through phishing email. Phishing is really like what we call initial attack. Yeah, exploiting network vulnerability or via malicious download. Once inside, the ransomware encrypt the file hiddenly, and the victim is presented with a ransom note detailing the payment term. The cost of not paying can be high, as data may be permanently lost or leaked publicly. Yeah, I don't need to mention what kind of data that's really important, right? Preventing ransomware attack involves regular backup of important data. That's why the business of data backup, data center, data cloud, and everything else keep demanding because the importance of it is really good. So system can be restored without paying the ransom. Security measures such as up-to-date antivirus software, firewalls, and even intrusion detection systems are critical. I will talk about this intrusion detection system as well in the next videos. And then employee training to recognize and avoid the malicious email and attachment is also a key line of defense. Yeah, even in the enterprise level, there exist some devices or provider or vendors that providing the defense of malicious email. Uh, Something like anti-spam mail gateway. So big enterprise, famous one or like bank, they will not see any spam inside of their mailbox. This is one of the prevention system needed. Okay, now we move to the man in the middle of attacks. It's a pretty long one. So I decided to take this slide into two videos because it's almost 30 minutes now. But the main message is still clear, right? There are so many types of cyber attacks and it kept evolving. But stay alert and stay aware is the very first crucial point in order to prevent, in order to beat this whole cyber threat. Because if we just rely on the devices or the IT person and everyone else that need to be responsible in our mind, we will get lost. Like I said, the number of connected devices nowadays into the internet is maybe 3 or 10 times of the human population itself. So the chance of getting attacked are really high. We need to keep aware. We need to keep vigilant. We need to keep awake and alert. Stay tuned, mate. Let's see you on next videos. Thank you for watching. Bye.